Second thing, we move on to Abhinhapaccavekkhana. Abhinhapaccavekkhana. If you do the morning and evening chanting, you must familiar with this. Abhinhapaccavekkhana, something that one should often reflect. How often? The more the merrier. 5 times a day, 10 times a day. For monks, we reflect at least twice a day, morning chanting and evening chanting. And because it's important, that's why we are suggested to reflect very often, every single day. And these are the 5 things in Abhinhapaccavekkhana Sutta. A woman, a man, a layperson, a renunciate. Basically, monk and the lay people should often reflect or review these 5 subjects. Whether you ordain or not, doesn't matter. You should reflect this true nature of life. First one, I am liable to grow old. I am not exempt from old age. Second one, I am liable to get sick. I am not exempt from sickness. And the third one, I am liable to dying. I am not exempt from death. And number 4, I must be separated, be parted, and separated from all the thing that you love. Separation is coming. And number 5, I am the owner of my deeds. When you hear the word deed, you know it means karma. Heir to my karma. Deeds are my womb, my relative, my refuge. I shall be the heir of whatever deeds or karma that I do, whether good or bad, positive or negative. They belong to you, not belong to someone else. So sin cannot be forgiven. Nobody can forgive you the wrongdoing that you done for yourself. So you have to work around when this thing happen to you. Okay, so these are the 5 things that the Buddha suggests monks and the lay people to reflect on a daily basis. If you do morning chanting and evening chanting, you saying this over and over. The day that you ordain, if you are a monk, all the way, doesn't matter how long you will become a monk, you will be saying the same words every single day. The question is, do you really reflect of what you said? Why the Buddha wants us to reflect on these 5 things on a daily basis? Are there anything else that he wants us to reflect? And the answer is yes. There's more than this. But in this particular sutra or in this curriculum in an elementary level of Naktham, this is what we're supposed to know at the beginning. But there are more than this as well, which I will not cover in this program. Okay, maybe we talk about more of this in the intermediate or the advanced level. But start from here. When we read this, we need to reflect why we are told to reflect in these 5 things on a daily basis. What the benefit of doing this? This one and this one, right? The last one is about karma, number 5. That means if anything that we are told to reflect every day, more often, this thing is super important, crucial to be reflected. So we cannot neglect the teaching of the Buddha. Oh, I know, we get old, we get ill, we die. It's not just that. And I don't know if you can connect the dot. We learn about the Four Noble Truths many times. All of this actually mentioned in the First Noble Truth already. The Buddha actually teach us about the Noble Truth of life. But in the morning and evening chanting, we don't call it the Noble Truth. It's just a teaching that incorporate for the monk and the lay people to chant and to reflect, make it easy in the simple language. But if you track it back, where did they come from? They come from the discovery of the Buddha of the Four Noble Truths. Start from dukkha. Now, these bhikkhus mean monks, is the noble truth of dukkha or suffering. And he start with birth. It should be rebirth. When you hear the word birth, it means rebirth, okay? Rebirth is dukkha. Aging is dukkha. Illness is dukkha. Death is dukkha. And he continue, union with what is displeasing is dukkha. Separation from what is pleasing is dukkha. Not get what one wants is dukkha. In brief, the 5 aggregate subject to clinging are suffering. These simple phrases that I just read is called the First Noble Truth. It's considered an advanced teaching. We may feel simple, but we don't really understand the nature of dukkha. The dukkha need to be realized. need to be understood through the inner wisdom, through the inner eyes. That's why in Dhammachak you chant Chakhu Karani, Yana Karani. Chakhu means eye, right? When you develop the eye, then you can see. When you see, it becomes your wisdom. It's called Yana Karani. So that means dukkha cannot see from this physical eye. It has to be seen from the Dhamma eye inside. That's why it's considered the advanced teaching. When it's come to the Vipassana meditation, they talk about the Four Noble Truths, they talk about the Noble Eightfold Path, they talk about the five aggregate that already mentioned here. Again, we have not gone that far yet. Okay, I'm just mention it to you to let you know how important they are to reflect this simple nature of life. Is a routine nature, the routine suffering of life. Birth is suffering, aging suffering, illness is suffering, death is suffering. We cannot run away from this. This is called natural suffering, right? All of us, we are facing all of this. This is called routine, natural dukkha or natural suffering. Getting old, getting ill, and die. Nothing much we can do. We can prolong it. Eat good food, rest, meditate, exercise. Then perhaps you can live long. But you can just prolong, but you cannot stop it from happening. We get old anyway. We get ill anyway, and we die anyway. And the Buddha also summarized that there are three kinds of suffering. In this one, he just, in the chanting, just mentioned only the first, only one thing about separation. But in the Noble Truth, you see, there are three things here the Buddha mentioned. It's okay, I'll summarize to you. First, if you associate with something you don't like, you are suffering. A situation, people, anything at all that you don't like, but you have to be there. You have to associate. You have to be with them, with that thing. Then you are unhappy. It's called displeasing. That leads us to suffering. And second thing, you separate from something you want, something you like, the job, the family, people you love. If separation happen, people will be suffering. And the third one, that we not always get what we want. And if that happen, we end up suffering. There are three kinds of suffering. It's happened to everyone like this, right? Every day as we go through life. Morning, smile. Late morning, sad again. In the afternoon, get excited. In the evening, feeling angry. This is human being. This is life. We run our life run by tanha. We crave to be, we crave to have, and we crave not to have. We get excited about something, we go after that thing, and when we own it, we get bored. And when we get bored, we want to get rid of it and go find another thing that get more exciting about it. This is life, right? If we chant and reflect on these five things every day, there are so many benefits that's happening to us. If you really reflect when you do the chanting, oh, today I'm so fortunate to be able to live one more day in this life, in this planet. And I am getting older than yesterday, older than last week, older than last month. What should you do tomorrow if you're lucky to have another day to live? How do you know that you will be survived tomorrow? No one can guarantee that. We just learn that. So we're getting old every breath that we take. Illness is coming. Actually, it's inside us. We have disease. We have virus, fungus, bacteria in the body. We live with it on a daily basis. We may feel healthy, but in that healthiness is also incorporated with sickness, just waiting for the time for the sickness to appear, right? In the young age, also have old age. There is old in the young, there is dead in the alive. That's the nature of things. If we reflect on this, it helps us to let go, help us to understand, it helps us to be more open. If anything happened today, good and bad, you should find a way to make sure that you can go to bed at peace and happily. So you can prepare yourself for tomorrow, right? If the problem that cannot be fixed, then let it go. If the problem that can be fixed, then fix it tomorrow. If you still don't know how to fix it tomorrow, it's okay. Put it on hold if you can, and later on come back and fix it. Don't just beat yourself, torture yourself, stress yourself, then you cannot have a nice sleep. And that is not good habit at all. And this is the beauty of morning and evening chantings. I myself, I appreciate the morning and evening chanting. I learn a lot, even though it's the same chanting, but it's a good reminder for us to remind ourselves that, hey, time is running out. We have limited time to live. If today something is wrong, okay, tomorrow fix it. I'll be more mindful tomorrow. Today I accidentally said something bad to my monk's brother. Okay, I ask for forgiveness. We do confession every day. That means we open ourselves to our monk's brother that, you know what, I'm sorry. Today I'm not mindful enough. So I say something bad to you. So please forgive me. And then we just hit the reset button. Go to bed happily. Tomorrow wake up and start our new life again. Every day is a new life, is a new opportunities. Don't just hold on the bad thing that happened yesterday. Learn how to move on. And also we remind ourselves about the karma, right? That's we learn in the first topic. Karma is always there. Every day we do karma, good, bad, not good, not bad. It's go with us, positive and negative, and that's sometimes it's good to remind ourselves again in the evening chanting before we go to bed. That's okay. There's karma that I did today. There are many good karma. I'm happy. I am feel grateful that I am alive today and I have a chance to do a better thing for myself and the world around me. I have a chance to study Dhamma. I have a chance to purify my precept. I have a chance to meditate. So happy, so grateful that at least today I love myself. I'm proud of myself. And tomorrow again, try to be mindful. Try to make the next day another best day that we live on this planet. Just live life day by day. That's something I think is simple to reflect. Make sure you do it more often. This is suggested by the Buddha himself.